Hi everyone, how are you doing? Roseanne here. I hope everybody's had a good weekend. I certainly have, after spending time with my mum and my sister and brother yesterday. Apart from when I had a bit of a stomach when I came back, I had a reasonable day, a lovely day. It's nice when the family can get together. Anyway, today I've had a bit of a delivery from Temu. I know I wasn't going to do any more Temu things, but I thought I might as well show you before I get into doing some resining, because I might just use some of these, just some moulds to do some earrings and things. I've got one of these, so I've got two now, so it'll be easier for me to make a few at a time. Then I've got, can I get into this one? See if I can get into this one without making too much of a noise. I mean, I am still getting one or two bits from Temu, but nothing really to bother putting it on to show people, because I've done enough of those, as far as I'm concerned anyway, and there's plenty of people on that does them anyway. Right, there's another one. Now this one's especially nice. This is one of the ones I really wanted, because I love unusual shaped earrings, and that's what this will give me. So that's nice. I'm not going looking for prices either, because these were only some less than £1, some just over £1, so there's not much point. There's the second one of that, so I can certainly make a few at a time. But most of it's to do with earrings. Well, all of it's to do with earrings, really. And most of these were folded over in a small bag, so I hope they've got no kinks in them. Right, there's an unusual one, which I'll look forward to using. Have I got another one of them? I hope I have, because I like having more than one. It makes sense to have more than one, to me anyway. Just take that one out of the bag, seeing everything else is coming out of the bag. And most of these I can use the UV resin on, because they're clear. The only one I can't is that blue one, because the UV light won't shine through. There's another unusual one. Alexa, off. I asked Alexa to play church music, and she's playing something really boundy and bouncy, which does not sound like church music at all. Here's the noise. I'll just put this lot in the bin. It's emptying again. as well as the all the moulds, I got this, if I can get into it, scissors somewhere. And these are the double-headed rings that I've really been looking forward to getting. So in the next couple of days I'll be doing these, definitely. Come on, off you come. That's it. So it's got the double top, which will be nice. Can't wait to use maybe the magnetic nail varnish, possibly, on those. Will be nice. Nice little tub with them as well. Right, somewhere here I've got some more little settings, if I can get into it. So I could make these the same as the ring, so it makes a nice set. Nice earrings with the shepherd's crook. I think there's 5 pairs in there, I'm not sure. I also got some bits to go with my drill for doing odd jobs, like getting rid of tiny bits of resin around the edges. It's just got rough edges, so there's 2 of those, and there are, if you can see them, those ones as well. So that'll be handy if I've got any intricate work that I need to neaten up. And I also got a load of these. Now these are pigment dye. I mean, I've got the inks, I've got the mica, I've got the chameleon powder, and I've got some pigment paste, but this is pigment dye, which is where you only use a couple of drips. There's, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 different colours. That's a nice colour, like a baby blue. No, there's the baby blue. That's like a greeny blue. So I'll be using them sometime. I will try to use them with UV resin. I mean, when you get the coloured UV, it comes with like a milky colour in it, which might be that sort of dye. So I'll give it a go. Why are they not, eh? And I also got that ring. I mean, it's just a paste, amethyst paste. It's definitely not amethyst stone. Yes, I think it's paste. Doesn't seem like glass, because glass would be colder than that. But fits lovely. Right. Which one of these should I attempt? Now that's quite nice. It's got quite a lot of fancy ones in there with the shooting stars there. Look like the North Stars there. Crescent moons. Saturn. Let's have a see. Or do I use that fancy one? That might be a nice one to do as well. I think I'll go for the smaller one because, I mean, it's not far off tea time, so it'd be silly to start something too big. If necessary, I might do a few of those as well, but it will be with the UV resin. Right, let's have a look. And I've got some UV resin handy, which is Limino, which I got off Temu, of course. Most of the early stuff I did get was off Temu. So now then, see if I can get some little dishes to do some mixing in. I did sort some out the other day. I don't know what I've done with them. No, it's not in there. How on earth did that get stuck there? Oh dear. No wonder I thought I was short. Oh, my goodness gracious me. I thought I was one short of the stars. One of the stars had stuck to the cover to stop the dust. Oh, that just needs filing down a bit. I'll just take this out. I might as well add it to the ones I've got. That makes the 6, so I can put them on that tree when I get my tree. I'll probably end up getting it after Christmas, which will be too late. So there's number 6. Oh dear. Now, is the thing okay on the top? Yes, it is. So I can put a hanger on it. Right, now where's my other light? I could do with my other light in here because it's not very bright, is it? Not a very bright light at all. So, where is it? I thought I'd put it on here. Oh, doesn't look as if I have. Ooh, 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 do, 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 do. La, 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 la. Ah, there it is. Look at my second light. So you can see what I'm doing better. Handy little lights, these, when you need that extra boost. And it is on. So let's see how that fares. Now then, Something on the back there already. And on the front. I hope everybody's well. I've had a visit from my middle son today. My Thomas came for a couple of hours. Had a good natter. He's the one that gave up his work because of them taking too much of an advantage of him and driving him into the ground because nobody else could do the job as well as him. And he's just going to start to look for something better shortly, which is good. Right, I'm going to take you down, and should I try to use, no, I need them little cups first, don't I? But if I can't find them to mix in, I'll have to find something else. Now then, where could I put those? I wouldn't care, I got them out the other day and I thought they'll be handy because I'll be using them in a couple of days. And they've gone, there they are. I knew they wouldn't be far away. I don't know if I showed you those ones that I got off Temu. I probably have, but I'll show you again. They'll be nice to fill with resin. Open bezels. Right. I think I'm sorted now. Okay. Take you down. I've just tried to use the Facebook camera that suddenly installed itself on my my phone, but it doesn't have all the necessary buttons to press that my camera one does. I need to be able to come in and out of it as I need, and I couldn't with Facebook camera. It didn't even show me a video button, so went straight back onto my phone one. Got a little bit of residue from an old project on some of these. I have ordered some more because you never have too many of these little mixing cups. And I'd rather have these ones than the slightly bigger ones that are hard plastic and you just have to throw them away. They can just be wiped out and reused. Right, now I'm going to use that blue, methinks, or the dark blue, one of the two, and I will use the green with the dark blue. See how that one goes. Right, let's see. Don't know which one I'm doing yet, but we'll see. Try to put enough in for 2 parts. If I pour them in together, then one won't overtake the other one, hopefully. That's not a hair in there, is it? Looks like it. Right. Let's see what these are like. So this is experimental. Oh, that one will open properly. It's good. Right. Use a little. No. What did I do with my pin? I don't know. I'll just chop the top off like I used to. Not too much. 1, 2. See how 2 will do. Probably won't cure, but never mind. Like I say, it's just an experiment today. I mean, that's the colour that the coloured UV was. Maybe a little bit darker, but we'll see. It's not all mixed in properly anyway, so I might just really need one drip. But that's, you work it out as you go. Right, let's have a look. Try just the one. Yeah, I think that might have been better, because you don't want to overpower the UV, do you? Oh. So. Not all mixed in. Yeah, I think that might be a little bit dark. A little dab will do you, as they say. And I got one too many. That one's mixed in better. Right. I nearly did the same thing I did the first time I used this. And I got it all over my face. Right. I'm going to try. Now they're both the same way around. So, blue on the bottom and green on the top. blue on the bottom and green on the top. Right, a bit more blue in that one. Maybe a little bit too much. Right. I didn't want to have any overspill if I could help it, but sometimes you can't help it. Eventually, I'd like to do some lives where I put out some choices and whoever comes to watch me can choose what I do and the colours I'll use and things like that. That'd be nice, so that people can feel a little more involved, so to speak, which I think will be nice. And my subscriber list is going up, so I've got a lot to be thankful for. It's absolutely brilliant. I'm quite happy at the moment, even though there's only a few. It's better than having none. Now then, I think that one could have done with a bit more of the green going down. Just not too bad, I suppose. Try to make them similar. Yeah, that's nice, and I'll just stick a hole in the top of those when they're done. Now then, I'm going to put them under and concentrate on something else. Get that out of the way. Clean up my board. Right. Now then, I've got a tiny bit of blue and quite a lot of the green, so I'm going to try and put a little bit in one petal on that one and a little bit in one petal on that one. Oopsie daisy, I'm dribbling. You get to that age when you start dribbling, don't you? Right. I think that's probably about right. It certainly doesn't take long to do some daft little things like this. It's quite interesting how intricate you've got to be. I'll use that. That'll clear it out. And my son's brought something along that's been broken for quite a few years, he says. It got broken while his dad was alive, and he's been gone 8 years, maybe 9. Oh, that's done 2 pairs of earrings perfectly. So I don't need to be quite so heavy-handed if I only want to make one a certain colour. Right. I wonder, cocktail stick, how are they doing? Oh, lovely jubbly. Now do I try to swirl that around like that without it making a mess too much? Yeah, it's gone round. So, I'll try and get the middle cleaned up there. And that cleaned up. Doesn't need to be in there. Right. Now they are perfectly okay on the top, although they might still be a little bit soft on the bottom, but I won't worry about that yet, because when I've done them all, then I can turn them over. Right, that one's a clean one, that one's a dirty one, so I'll just clean that out. And clean that out. I know I probably should still be wearing gloves, even though it's only UV resin, because even UV resin can be a little bit harmful. You don't know, do you? Right, now then. Resin. I'll just put half as much in this time. should move the top. Right, now then, what colour can I use this time? Purple-ish, and or is it purple or is that silver? Oh, that's silver, and I could use blue again, couldn't I? Or green. I'll use the lighter blue, silver and light blue. Or do I use silver and dark blue? What does it say? Something blue. Seys blue or something like that. I better keep the ones I've used to that side so I know where I am. It's open. Cayenne blue, that one was cayenne. Hi guys, it's me again. Before I continue with the earrings I did yesterday, my middle lad Thomas was here yesterday and he has a little job for me. He collects unusual stuff. He's into dragon warfare and what have you. And he's had this, and it's been broken for such a long time. And I told him that I'd probably be able to fix it. So it's because he's tried to fix it himself, and you can't get the glue off because it's quite awkward. What I've done, I've drilled a tiny little hole in there and a tiny bit of a hole in there. So I'm going to use a bit of one of my posts for my earrings, just a bit of that. I don't know how much I'll need, if you can see that. If it'll fit in the hole, hopefully. I might have to drill a bit more because that's not going in very far. But I think I've drilled enough to get about that much in there. So I'll do a little bit more drilling. Of course, I'm doing it by hand as well because it would be trying to find my little electric one. Oh, I could get my big one out, but I think that might be a little bit too powerful. So I'm just going to try my best and get a little bit more of a hole. Oh, it is coming out because I can see a bit of white. Right, let's have a look. Still not much though. I'll carry on. Oh, it's loosening up. I don't think this is going small enough to hold it in. So it might just be turning round in the handle, but we'll see. even if I can only get a tiny bit in, it's better than nothing. And I don't want to break the drill bit. Yes, another bit's coming out, so it must be a little bit softer on the inside. See how much. Yes, I'm getting there. That's good. And with a little bit of a metal bar in it and glue in it, hopefully it should hold. I hope everybody's well and having a good day. I was supposed to go for my COVID booster this morning, but for the second week running, they phoned me up and told me that I had to come in next week instead because the nurse is off sick, which can't be helped, of course. Even nurses get sick. Now that should give it a good hold, that. Now then, how much to nip off? Where did I put the little bar? There it is. If I pop it in there and then pop it in there, see if it's about the same. Not far off it. So if I double that to about there, and unless I make it slightly bigger, and then if I have to trim it down a little bit more, it's better than not having enough. Right. Right, that would go in there. Good. And that, I think the frame would go up over, I'm sure. Go, if I can find the hole. Da 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 da. Now that fits on, and there's a tiny gap where the metal's stopping it from closing completely, which will leave room for the resin or glue or whatever I choose to use. Right, now then, I have got some super glue somewhere, and I don't think Gorilla Glue will suffice for the toughest jobs on planet Earth. Stone, metal, ceramic, glass, wood, foam and more. Oh, it might. I'll give it a go. Then I don't have to mix any resin, or I could use my UV resin, of course. But I'll try this first. Let's have a look. See if I can get it in the hole straight away. Please let me get it in the hole. How long does it take? I hope it's like super glue and only takes something like 60 seconds, because I've got nothing to hold it with. Now the glue went onto the pin and round about it, so if this can set, then I'll get a cocktail stick and I'll just go around the outer edge. Even if it doesn't look right, it won't be seen. I wish there was some way I could stop that from shaking about. Right, so I'm going to hold this for a while and I'm going to come back to you and I'm going to sort out the earring hooks and loops and that and put them all together. Okay. And now they're still a little bit tacky, so I'll have to put them in again. Now then, what colour now? Well, there's alcohol on that. One done. I see Sam hasn't been on for a while again. I hope she's doing okay. Oh. Right. I should be putting them under, shouldn't I? I'll put them under. They can go under again in a minute. Right. It's a shame it's just the bluey colours. I should have got a few of the different ones. What is that one? Some of them are quite dull colours. That one is blue-grey. That one is, oh, that's the smoke one. So if I use blue-grey, do I use that one? That might be a good combination. Or I think I'll use that green there. Now then, under again. You know, I think my family think I'm daft doing these, but when you've not got a lot in your life when you retire, it's nice to have something to fall back on. You don't even have to be retired to do it, but blue grey. Yep. One drop. See how that goes. And is my wrist cracking? Looks very similar to the other green I used. And one drop in there. Right, let's see. Da 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 da. Dee 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 dee. Dee 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 dee. One drop suffices. That's good. Oh, I better give that a wipe off too. Fingers crossed. Right. What am I going to do? Other flower, I think. Now then. I'll do the petals on the outside again. Oops. Come on, one more. Right. Oop. Tipped it a little bit too quickly there. I've bought a load of presentation cards to put these on, but instead of the normal cellophane packs that you would put them in, I've got the organza bags. I thought that would be a nice little touch. So we will see. Oh, don't drip, don't drip. Don't want to waste you. There we are. Right. Right, a little bit more of the green in. Push it back. I'm going without music today because I just ain't sure what sort of music to put on. It's difficult when there's so much of the music that you like to listen to that's copyrighted, but you get all these other channels that seem to get nice songs, but where do they get them from? I mean, I watch Manchester Mudlarks. They've had some really nice songs on their channel. I would love to know where they get them from. There's one especially, I think it's an absolutely beautiful song, but I haven't got a clue where it would come from. Oh, I made too much of the grey. Now can I do a spiky? Spiky. Get rid of some of the bubbles at the same time, hopefully. Come on. That's it. Now then, make sure I don't get my sleeves in it today, but the one I did get resin on the other day because I'd rinsed a lot of it off with the alcohol, and then I took it straight into the kitchen and used the acetone on it, then put it straight in the wash. There's not a sign of the resin on it at all, which is very pleasing because it was a brand new jumper. All the jumpers I'm wearing at the moment are brand new jumpers because I didn't really have any decent winter jumpers anyway, so when you find one and you know it's in different colours and it's so nice to wear too. Right, hopefully that'll bring some bubbles up. Right, let's have a look. Just round the edge, there's one there that I don't want. Thank you. This one. Next time I go for the pigment dye, I might get the reds. See what the reds are like. Right, I fixed my son's dragon head by putting the little metal pin in. I hope he thinks it's okay, because I've had to put quite a bit of the resin in the top of it. Not resin, the UV resin. And I didn't really want to show too much. So if I can trim a little bit off, I'll be happy. Now I don't know if that's part of the dragon or part of the UV. It might be part of the dragon for all I know. Or at least I've taken some of the loose stuff off the top. I'm sure he'll be happy with that, considering it was broken in the first place. So I fixed it for him. So, good job, well done. I am pleased with that. Put my kniffy away. Right, so I've got two of the ones I did yesterday. So, seeing I've got my drill out somewhere, it is here somewhere. There it is. Now, where's the best place to drill? I still have a few bits and pieces that maybe need taking off, but plenty time for that, of course. I need my table tidying up. Wrong hand. Right, take that round the edge if I can. Because it is sticking up slightly. It's okay around that side. I mean, they cured, but they didn't cure as well as expected. I mean, a couple of them are still slightly tacky. And I'm in two minds whether to stick something else on the top of them. Because they might be a bit too plain. But we will see. That one, last one. And I need some of my rings, little split rings, but I don't know where they are since I tidied up. Oh, never mind. It's better. Much better. Let's see what this one's like. Yeah, this one needs it as well. I've just had a guy in from what we call one call. When I moved into the flat, one call was already in here because the lady that was in before me was quite old, and I thought, because I'm getting a bit prone to falls and that, I might as well keep it in. Of course, they come round annually to check them over, make sure they're all in working order. So I've got a pendant that I can wear on my neck that I don't really wear, of course. It's usually by my bed. I could have done with it a few weeks ago when I fell outside, because it took me ages to get myself back up. That's when I'd dislocated my little finger, and it's still not gone in right, but saved myself a trip to A&E. How many more to do? Just the one, I think. I mean, all of these that I'm making, they're just practices at the moment. I'd like to do them properly eventually. But there again, I mean, if I could sell them, I'll sell them. Somebody might like them. The ones that are anyway decent, that is. Right, and I don't think there's any extra on them, because oh, there is a little bit on this one. So one of them was topped up more than the other. Never mind. I wonder what you're all getting up to today. I'm going to have a look on some of the vlogs, because I've got the resin crete, and I'd like to have a go with that. And I'd rather watch a video just before I use it, so that it's fresh in my mind, because if I don't, I might forget half of it. Not that I think it's hard, it probably is easy enough, just getting the timing right and that. not far off each other's size. Right, I think I'll put the hole at the top of the yellow ones. Oh dear. Right, now then, sorry about keeping you up for too long there. Right, if I put the hole about there, that's not spinning round, is it? But it's gone through. My son my middle son that came around to see me yesterday, he'd been to help his brother put up a shed, and they were doing something to the roof, and Thomas was holding it and David was drilling, and he managed to go through one of his fingers, not right through, of course. As he yelped, David stopped, thankfully, but it hurt. He said it did hurt, which it would. Now then, will I get a thing through there? Hopefully I will. Right, so if I put them together, I'll get the hole in the same place. I'm shaking like a leaf. Come on, shakes. Hopefully when I finish my antibiotic, they'll go. But I'm sure I'll be getting put on another antibiotic because the infection in my ears has not gone. I'm still suffering with itchy ears and the thrush. It's got to be something to do with being pre-diabetic, I think, with me blood sugars being a little bit high. I can't help it if I enjoy sweets on the odd occasion. God, I don't eat much. Don't eat much at all. I'm going to have to see if I've got another end bit that takes smaller drill bits. I think it's bigger actually, but we'll have to find out. Aye, aye. Somebody doing the wrong thing on the roundabout by the sounds of it. That's it, it's through. Back off. Come on, oopsie daisy. Go from the other side, neaten it off a bit. That one's okay. Right, where I'm going to put these ones. Put the blue at the bottom. And maybe, now then, I'll have to do them so they're virtually the same. I need a little bit, tiny little dribble of resin for there. little bubbles. Now, if they're going to sit like that, I'll put the whole, get back in there, around about there. That's it. Oh, that's it. It's going straight through. Oh, it stopped. Da 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 da. Dee 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 dee. Dee dee dee. Dee 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 dee. Dee dee dee. I've just been watching Dan. He escaped to rural France. He started off with his partner and 2 boys doing up a little house in rural France, and he's recently bought himself a derelict chateau. What's it called? Chateau de Clermont or something like that, and it had a fire years ago, so there was no roof on it. Some of the walls were down, ouch, and he's in there doing a damn good job, and he's got a little bit of help from friends now and again. So he's been getting help with the forest that's around the chateau, and he's put most of the front floors in, and he'll be putting a tarp on the roof to try and keep it dry until he gets round to doing the roof, and that'll probably be after Christmas, because he's got a lot of wall building and he's got arches above doorways and windows that need doing, and windows that will need putting in eventually, and doors. But my God, what a brilliant job he's doing. I recently made myself a patron because I love being part of it. There's a few things I'm patron to, only little things though. I prefer to help those that need the most help rather than somebody that's quite established and got big patrons helping them out. I'm sure in time he'll get bigger donators. Oops. Definitely wasn't attached very well in there. Right, put that back in there so I don't lose it. Now then, I've got to find the rings. Now, where did I put the rings? I've used them a lot lately, but if I'm taking them into the living room, been doing a bit on my lap. I tend to put them in boxes and forget which box. But hopefully I might find it. Yeah, so I'll in this box. I'll be with you in a minute. Well then, a box of tricks. I've got some small boxes to use with my Etsy shop to send the coat sets and things. Definitely got a bit of tidying up to do again. Please be in here. There's another bag. There's the thank yous for my customers. Another one of them. Some brushes. No, they're not on there. Oh, there's my other little drill bits. I'm glad I found them. No, they're not in there. Got a couple of moulds in there. Got the gingerbread house, which I haven't got round to yet. I'll show you in a jiffy. There's the gingerbread house and the roof and everything. And I got them to make earrings with as well. And they've got the holographic base. Now then, where, oh where can those be? Out the way, sweetie pie. And there's another gingerbread house mould. Now then, come on, where are you? can find everything but no, I definitely not in there. And I don't know if I can make any. I've got plenty of the wires where I can maybe make the rings, but that might be a little bit long-winded. They're still a little bit tacky. They're taking the longest because they're a little bit darker. I probably used 2 drops of the colour instead of just the one on them. Now, well, I think I'm going to have to leave it to another day. It's just the the bits because I can't find my rings. Oh, that's a bummer. Excuse the language. Oh, I hate it when I can't find something. La, 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 la. Oh, it's getting dark out there. Must be heading on for 4 o'clock. Oh yeah, I try to keep all my metal bits together in the one drawer. But if I forget to put them back, boo-hoo. Now I'm going to have to sort out my drawers again so I can find stuff. I mean, some of it's sorted all right, but not everything. Washi tape in there. Nope. Oh dear. Right, I'm going to have to put them together later on when I find the split rings, and I will show you in the next vlog. Okay guys, but that's, oh, I didn't put that back on the knife. So there's the things to do the earrings. That one needs trimming a bit, but I think they'll look rather nice once they're on. That goes that way and that goes that way. I'll just make sure they're all holding ready. Okay guys, I will see you in the next vlog, which probably will be tomorrow. Bye for now. Bye.